Last week, we featured a nature-based flood control project in Malolos City, Bulacan, that involves the use of coconut, oyster, and bamboo. Malolos began constructing the flood work in Barangay Pamarawan last year under the North Manila Bay Flood Protection Strategy. The bamboo and oyster breakwaters reduce wave energy, and oysters packed inside coconuts encourage reef and habitat recovery. It cost the Malolos LGU 70,770 to build this, which is way cheaper than the anomalous structures in Bulacan, the epicenter of the flood control scandal. Malolos is one of several LGUs that have leaned on alternative solutions to resolve perennial flooding in the area. Quezon City, for instance, has built an open field at the QC Memorial Circle with a retention pond that can hold 651 cubic meters of water. It's time to put the spotlight on initiatives that move communities forward. Welcome to Sustainability. Now let's delve more into this project with the Malolos Mayor himself, Mayor Christian Natividad. Yes. Good evening, magandang gabi po. Welcome sa Sustainability.
Yes, good evening, ma'am, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, masayang-masaya ako to have you and to highlight what you're doing,
yes,
because we're throwing billions, trillion even,
Yes.
nakarating na ng trillion, on flood control that doesn't work.
Yes.
Aside from being substandard, actually concrete solutions are not the best.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So tell us muna, Mayor, kailan nagsimula yung germ of the idea to use oysters, talaba lang, ano?
Yes, ma'am.
Talaba, coconut, at bamboo.
Bamboo. So, ma'am, we started this because there was this severe flooding happening not only in Malolos City, through our district, province-wide, and elsewhere, even Pampanga and Tarlac, and even Metro Manila. And for the longest time, coastal protection is really heavily reliant on gray infrastructures, hard infrastructures. Yeah. And we see that it's not enough. So we tried to partner with different experts coming from Netherlands, University of the Philippines, Robredo School of Governance, even civil societies like Wetlands International. So we talked with them for quite some time.
Hindi kayo believe dun sa gray solution?
Ma'am, what is exciting about this nature-based solution is that we are not forced or pushed to pick between hard engineering projects and nature-based solution. We are now in the brink of making them both apply to this project, and we can find better solution joining these hard engineering projects and nature-based solutions.
It's a combination
of both,
not one or the other.
Yes, ma'am.
Oo. Kasi you will need also naman the concrete like dikes or in the end, no?
In the end,
kailangan din. But so you approached the Netherlands. Did they give funding or just their technology, or paano po ba?
Malolos City is a part of a bigger aggregation of people looking for solutions regarding this fluvial and tidal floodings in our province. So we launched this alyansa ng mga baybaybayan sa lalawigan ng Bulacan at ng Pampanga. So we're looking for solutions. Yeah. Suddenly, there's this in 2018, the North Manila Bay Sustainable Development Master Plan. Ang offshoot po nito
ay so much master plans na pala na hindi naman nagagamit.
Yes, and this was spearheaded by NEDA and the Royal Kingdom of Netherlands.
What year was that?
That was in 2018. But the scaling up and the discussion started in 2015 and 16. So tagal na po. So by 2018, nag-signing yung Netherlands and NEDA. Ang offshoot po nito, lumakita na there's this big problem how we can sustain development in North Manila Bay if there is perennial flooding happening all over the coastal communities around it. So nagkaroon po ng North Manila Bay Flood Protection Strategies.
May ganun pala.
Yes, meron pong ganon. So nanganak po siya, and this one led to the discussions with us, the city government, who is very much willing to test this kind of innovative alternative in terms of solving this perennial climate change flooding brought about by what's happening right now.
Yeah, it takes political will. So far, you're the only one in Bulacan that's doing this.
According to the Netherlands government, and we are the first. This is now claimed as the first large-scale coastal nature-based solutions pilot project in the Philippines.
Wow, congratulations.
And this is according to them.
I understand you're also working with the former mayor of Hagonoy,
Yes.
whom I met, Angel
Yeah.
Cruz. Kaya lang he's not in position right now, but still very
Yes,
active.
yes, yes.
Oo. Ngayon, pakipaliwanag because eventually you want to plant mangroves in this structure that you're making, na yun ang talagang haharang, no? Because ano po ba ang source ng baha sa Malolos?
Dalawa po. There are two sources of flooding in Malolos City, even in Bulacan. First is the rain floods coming from the uplands,
Yes,
Angat
okay.
River, galing sa Pampanga
So,
River.
interior, galing sa mga bundok,
Yes, we need to dredge.
Okay.
So, para mapabilis ang daloy ng tubig.
papuntang dagat.
Papuntang North Manila Bay. And the other one, yung daily predicament ng mga taga sa amin is the tidal flooding.
Okay.
Basta po nag-high
So,
tide
dalawa.
dyan, yes, mabilis po ang pag-angat niyan because of the coastal flooding, because of sometimes meron pa hong severe storm surges, katulad po ngayon na nangyari, makita niyo po, talagang may alon.
Biglang
So
ang
imagine mo
taas
po
ng
ang wave
alon.
energy nun, kayang gibain po nun lahat, i-wash out lahat ng...
Kahit anong konkretong ilagay mo dyan.
Pag maghapon pong binabanggayan, magigiba po kagad dyan.
Okay. Kaya maganda yung nature-based dahil dumadaan ng tubig, permeable, no?
Yes, permeable po siya. Bamboo is permeable. And at the same time po, ang ginawa natin dito is not only mangrove restoration. First is the enhanced nature-based breakwater.
Kumbaga harang.
Harang muna po yun. So siya
Harang
muna yung pampahina ng wave energy.
Okay.
Yung alon. So babanggain muna po siya doon. So
Makakapasok ang alon pero kumbaga napiprevent yung
Yes.
masyadong...
Hindi naman po siya isang diretso kasi may mga pagitan din po siya. 5 breakwaters po ang ginawa natin dito. Two of which are from bamboos, discarded oyster shells, and yung talaba.
Di ba nauubos ang talaba?
Hindi na po. Discarded na po. Talagang hindi na ginagamit. Inipon po namin yon. So inipon po namin to for
Imagine mo.
sediment trapping units. Kasama po natin.
Magkano ang halaga niyan eh? Baka pupulutin nyo lang, hihingin nyo lang sa mga...
Iniipon po namin doon. Tapos binibili din po namin. May talabahan po kasi doon na sitio doon sa Malolos at sa ibang lugar namin. Binibili din po namin yon. So ang mahirap kasi talaga yung transportation dahil sa gitna ng Manila Bay yan. Pagbabaon ng mga bamboos po is isang malaking hamon na po para sa amin.
Kailangan pag hindi malakas ang alon, kailangan pag low tide, dun yung
And
ginagawa.
kagaya po ngayon,
pwede.
this is one thing that is good with nature-based solutions. Nagigiba rin po siya eh.
Oo nga.
Dahil may mga 30 kawayan
Of
po
course.
yata yung nasira dahil sa lakas ng alon. That was yesterday.
Okay.
A day after, kinabukasan po, buo na uli namin sila.
Oh, galing, di ba?
Unlike po nung gray
Hindi, tsaka
infrastructure.
yung gastos, magkano yun?
Totoo po.
Magkano yung magkano ginastos nyo para ayusin yung
Yes.
nagiba kahapon?
Magkano lang po yung kawayan? Baka po nahingi nga nandun. Ang may bayad lang po yung, yung labor. Kasi,
Isipin nyo, I'd like to point out also that you're the only, one of the few mayors who submitted a report to the
yes,
ICI.
Apo.
And magkano ang isa na anomalous project o ghost project?
Billions. of
Billions.
pesos, yes.
Just cite one.
One is in one of my barangays with 100 households with the compounding budget allocations of and executed or implemented projects na natuklasan po natin. It's like 1.4 billion pesos for 100
For
house-
one barangay?
100 households. So imagine mo yung ang laki ng discrepancy pag magko-cost benefit tayo in terms of public expenditures and investments. Hindi mo makikita ang kailangan mong tapunan ng ganong kalaking pondo ang kailangan nila ng budget, but not with that kind of amount of money.
1.4
Opo.
billion. 70 million nga lang yung ginastos
This
nyo
is
dito.
14 hectares. So kung i-quantify po natin yan per hectare, this is like 10 million per hectare. And nanunukli po ito kasi this generates knowledge, this generates livelihood.
Yeah.
There is restoration of the ecosystem and the restoration of the natural coastline defenses na
Right.
meron po tayo.
I am so excited to see you plant mangroves. When
Yes.
is the target?
According to the water experts from Netherlands and some universities in the Philippines, it's better for us to plant dampalit and mangroves by next year. When the trapped sediments, using the sediment trapping units, bamboos, ay nandoon na to hold the mangroves firmly. And one thing is good with the mangroves, permeable din po siya.
Yeah.
At the same time, ay cost-effective. Mura
Yes.
po. At
Mura, maganda tingnan,
maganda.
madaming isda, because this is like a hatchery,
Yes,
right?
and this is
For
a breeding ground
fish,
for
crabs, everything.
biodiversity, marine life po natin.
Pwede
hindi
nang
tayo
mamangka doon at mamasyal.
Opo, for
It will-
tourism, livelihood,
Correct.
hindi po tayo matatalo eh.
And one more, you can even eventually sell carbon credits because
Yes, this is low carbon project.
Yeah, the sequestration of carbon by a mangrove is about 3 times, I think,
Yes, yes.
land tree.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. So, ang maganda po rin na ginagawa ninyo ay makikita ng ibang mga bayan na may solusyon
Yes.
na hindi mahal and nature-based.
And nature-based. And this one is also adaptable. Adaptable. For example, we saw one in the news yesterday that one of the dikes in Kalumpit, Bulacan is reaching the maximum height na, yung tubig.
Okay.
That's hard infrastructure. What if that is mangrove? Yung mangrove, sumasabay sa laki ng tubig, sumasabay din po ng paglaki. So that's adaptive. So
Kaso,
imagine mo po yun.
Kung meron kang diken na nga na ganyan, na sementado, paano pa maglalagay ng mangrove? Is it possible behind or in front?
So, not all places should be, marami po kasing uri ng nature-based solution. If we're talking about
So it's not a
mangrove
one-size-fits-all.
No,
You
no.
have to study
There's so
it.
many types of nature-based solution. In particularity, this one, we're talking of enhanced breakwaters to reduce wave energy. That's the first. Second is the mangrove restoration.
Okay.
And third is the sediment trapping units. And the fourth is the
Sediment
natural restoration of coastal defenses in my coastal
Okay.
communities.
Yung sediment trapping, ito na yung mga galing bundok. Na,
Dalawa po yan.
Okay, sige.
So one is coming from very rich in sediments. Pag pinag-aralan niyo po yan, dyan lumalago ang nature natin because of the sediments
The
na
minerals
Yes, yes.
from the mountains.
from the mountains. That's the other one. The other one po, pag high tide, may dala rin po sediments yun. So tinatrap pa rin po natin yun.
Both.
Both po yan.
So yayaman lalong lupa.
Yes po.
Anong itatanim?
Isa po na nakapropose doon is dampalit and the other one is mangroves.
Itong mangroves. Pero
Yes.
yung pagkakakitaan ng mga tao, ano po?
Kung makikita mo po, nasira na halos lahat ng fishing grounds doon eh.
Alam mo,
Na-wash away.
kasalanan rin ninyo yan eh. Kasi when you really think about it, this was mangroves. And then ginawang fish pond.
Yes.
And then ang tubig nyo, sobra ang ground extraction.
Opo.
Bumababa na yung
Land
nagkakaroon-
subsidence.
Yes.
Opo.
Oo.
Pero nung mangyari ma'am yun, nung maging mayor po ako, sira na.
Hindi ko naman sinasabi. Yung mga negosyante nung noon, I
Yes.
guess hindi
Oo.
naisip na mangyayari rin yan eventually. Oo.
Opo.
So, I'm also interested to learn na ang water district pala ay kumukuha pala ng groundwater.
Yes, and that's now prohibited under the Water Act, if I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
if my memory serves me right, even do sa Climate Change Act, kailangan po talaga ihinto na natin ang groundwater extraction. And number one culprit po ng land subsidence is a proven fact and published by different water experts and geologists all over the world, and even the Philippines, like Project NOAA and University of the Philippines. Kaya lalo tayong binabaha dahil bumababa ang lupa
Bumababa
natin.
ang lupa.
Ang tawag po dyan, land subsidence.
Yes, yes.
So, ang mabigat po dito, sa buong Pilipinas, ang pinaka-vulnerable sa land
Is
subsidence is Manila Bay, coastal communities, and Bulacan is part of that. Tatlo po sa bayan ng Bulacan, merong pinakamabilis na pagbaba ng lupa.
Aling mga bayan niya?
According doon sa published study po nila is Hagonoy, Giginto, and Balagtas.
Hindi kayo kasali. Pero pinabawal nyo na ang water district na
Yes.
kumuha ng tubig
Opo.
sa ilalim ng lupa.
Opo, totoo po yun. Ang ginagamit po namin ngayon ay yung tubig po nanggagaling sa Angat Dam. Ang tawag po dyan ay Bulacan Bulk Water Project.
Sino po ang nagtayo naman ng Bulacan Bulk Water Project? It's the whole province?
It's the whole province na ipinakipaglaban po ng probinsya ng Bulacan na magkaroon kami ng fair share doon sa tubig na nagbumula sa Angat Dam.
Dapat
Nang nakikinabang po ay, sorry, ang Maynila, Cavite, di ba?
Oo nga.
So pinampapaligo po dito, pinanghuhugas sa
Galing
sasakyan.
sa inyo.
Pero kami hindi makinabang eh. So ipinakipaglaban po yan ng mga sinaunang namuno sa amin. Yun nga lamang po, yung malaking bahagi pa rin doon na nawawalang share sa amin. Kasi kailangan din po namin, siguro hindi na foresee ng mga lumang leaders namin na dadami ng ganito ang business establishments, ang tao sa Bulacan. Ipinahiram nila yung water rights namin sa Maynila. Dapat bumawi tayo ng konti doon na mawala na kami ng problema
So
sa
ngayon
tubig.
nangyayari na yan.
Opo.
Pero I am also interested to ask you what you told me earlier na nagkakaroon pala ng dredging dun mismo sa Manila Bay.
Yes.
Bakit? Anong pa ang dahilan?
Hindi naman po government yung naghukay minsan doon. So,
private?
medyo private.
Anong
Pero
kinukuha yung buhangin doon?
maybe they are thinking that it will help ease out the flooding
I
problems.
see.
But as I've told so many times before, na ang dredging is relative. Sometimes it's advantageous and sometimes it's disadvantageous. When is dredging advantageous? Pagka hukay natin lahat ng water tributaries natin para mapabilis ang daloy ng tubig
Tama.
galing sa rain floods, rainwater and uplands. Di ba? Kailangan makarating kagad sa Manila Bay.
Kailangan yung daloy ng tubig
Yes, mapabilis. Kailan po siya disadvantageous?
Okay, kailan?
Pag hinukay mo yung bunganga ng Manila Bay at pinalalim mo, ano po ang resulta nun? Alon po ang kapalit nun. Yan po
lalong
ang,
lumalakas.
At alam na alam po yan ng mga
ba't
mangingisda sa Bulacan.
Ba't ginagawa?
Hindi, kinontra na nga ho namin. At least ngayon po, medyo informed na po sila. Hininto na po nila yun.
This
Maybe
is a
they
government agency, private sector. Okay.
I don't know what's their
Whoever it
affiliation.
is,
Yes, ma'am. But ang sabi ko
ayaw
nga,
nyo
ma'am,
lang sigurong pangalanan.
I don't know yung kung
Okay.
paano silang kapartner nila doon.
All right. But they're doing this supposedly to help.
Maybe, oh yes, ma'am. And they think this is the solution. But
Okay.
totohanan po, even with good intentions, pagka hindi tayo aware ng konti doon sa repercussions nito, we should also talk to the locals. Kasi yung indigenous knowledge, yung ancient knowledge na meron sila, napaka-importante po nun sa mga gantong uri ng proyekto. Hindi po dati dapat iniisang tabi yun.
We do not fight nature.
Yes,
You live
we should-
with nature.
We work with nature, and we do not want to work against nature. And this is the primordial function of the nature-based solution. We are looking for protection with nature, and we will not do some protection against nature.
Great. So, moving forward, anong sinasabi ng mga kapitbahay ninyong mga bayan, syudad? Nagagandahan ba sila? Are they naiengganyo ba sila? And even, I hope the DNR or other national agencies will see what you're doing. Nasa NEDA na pala yung planong yan. Hindi pa, well, it's not NEDA anymore, DepDev.
DepDev, yeah.
So,
Ma'am, at least now, when they saw the idea as a pinalabas sa TV kasi ma'am.
Simon
Opo,
and
Simon.
other...
Simon.
Simon Gualvez.
Medyo nagka-idea na sila kasi ma'am talaga, napakahirap ipaliwanag because there is, sabihin na
Kailangan may
natin...
proof of concept
Opo.
no?
Kasi ma'am talagang nag-take kami ng risk dito kasi wala pang gantong nakikita.
Buti may 70 million ng bayan ng
Ay,
Malolos.
marami po tayo na. Nakatabi naman po yun eh. Willing tayong gumastos. Basta innovative alternative for coastal protection po natin. Na ngayon po at least, unang napansin nga po ito, hindi pa dito sa Pilipinas eh. Sa Singapore pa ho, sa International Water Week. Naging point of discussion po ito. Kasama ko po doon ang nag-imbita sa akin ay ang Royal Kingdom of Netherlands with Haskonings, with everybody else there, with Mysenro, Emil Cruz, and banggitin ko na yung malaki hirap sa akin dito, si Mr. Rebarter. Talagang kasama ko po dito, day in, day out, na pinaghihirapan po namin ipakita to. Makita po ito sa Singapore, unti-unti pong nakilala to dito sa Pilipinas hanggang makita nga po ni Mon Gualvez. Eh, hindi naman namin pinapublish na pinapakita na,
Kailangan magmalaki kayo kasi
opo,
para
hindi
tularan
kami-
kayo,
Hindi
di
kami
ba?
mahilig sa mga ganong-gano, kahit nga po dun sa amin. Pero po, laking bagay po na napansin ninyo, bigla po ngayon tong nag-quantum leap eh. From hindi maintindihan ngayon, ang dami ng at least the intention to learn from this nature-based solution
Right.
ay halos sunod-sunod po ang tawag sa amin ngayon.
Very good. Because you
Opo.
cannot plant mangroves right away. Kailangan meron din siyang pagkakapitan ng ugat
Opo.
niya.
At meron din pong uri ng mangroves na dapat tinatanim. Dahil meron din pong mangroves
Baka mali.
na invasive.
Of course. Dapat
Meron
yung
pong ganun
endemic. Saan galing yung mga invasive na yan?
Eh, yung iba po kasi nakita lang nila, tanim lang tanim, palakpakan sila pag nakapagtanim ng mangroves, pero hindi po nila alam, lumalayo po yung mga marine life doon eh. So, kailangan po magtanong din tayo sa mga experts
Right.
kung anong uri ng
If
mangroves
it
ay
is
tatanim
not
natin.
kasi endemic to us,
Yes.
ayaw ng mga
hindi
hayop.
hindi
Oo,
mo
may-
mangingitlog dyan yung mga lapu-lapu.
Correct. Oh, okay. Well, Mayor, panghuling salita na lang at overtime na pala. Kasi masyado akong excited sa
Opo,
inyong
opo.
solusyon.
Yes,
Ano
ma'am.
pong maibabahagi niyong pang parting shot sa mga kababayan niyo or mga kapwa niyo mayor na ngayon ay binapatikos ng kanilang mga constituents?
Ma'am Ces, salamat po for this opportunity, and this is a big opportunity for us to share this technology, the nature-based solution, of which we are planning to make Malolos not only as a test bed for innovative solutions involving nature-based solutions, but also we're open for sharing it with fellow local government units. The knowledge, the experience, and even our international partners, we're willing to share them. And let us not forget that the Philippines, this is not only for Malolos, for Bulacan, we are all surrounded by islands of
Yeah.
coastal
Right.
coastal
We have a very long coastline.
we are an archipelago.
Yes.
If we can build this green embankments all over the Philippines with a restored ecosystem, Philippines will be full of hope, and Philippines will have a bright day ahead of us if we will work together with these nature-based solutions.
Thank you, Mayor. So inspiring. That was Malolos City Mayor Christian Natividad telling us about green embankments.